Okay, here's a quick video on removing the headlight. You have this bolt up top, this one, and you have to remove this screw. Once you unscrew this, just pop this out, flip that over, and then you're also going to see one more right here. So remove all three screws, bolts. Set them aside, make sure you don't lose them, and then gently pry the light out. Obviously it's not that easy, I have already prepped for this, but you kind of have to give it a jolt. Then there's three wires down here which have to be removed. Push them in a little bit and then squeeze the tab. Makes your life a lot easier. Alright, mounted both fog lights. Comes, it's two kits. I have each outside light hooked up to auxiliary 1. The inside lights, both of them connected to auxiliary 2. And then the halos are connected to auxiliary 3. The reason being the halos in auxiliary 3 is because it has the smaller fuses for that application. And behind here, when you get your light, you're actually going to get this bulb inside. Then you're going to take your hides and install them in there. Let's see if I can get this one off. There's like a little clip here that you're going to have to take off. Take out the old bulb, put in the new one. Make sure you don't touch the bulb itself on the hides, because the oil from your fingers will screw up the bulb. And then these actually come, or the new hides will come with extra, it's like 4 wires coming out of the back. You're going to actually snip off these two, which you don't need them. These ends on the inside here of this rubber actually have ends that look similar to that. So just remove them, plug up the holes, the 2 holes with some silicone or whatnot, just to make sure there's no water that goes inside, to make it watertight, and just install that. Let's see if I can get a better view here of the underbody. So here's my regular wires. These 2 wires here actually come from this ring up front. This is actually a chrome ring which I painted black to kind of conceal it a little bit more. So you're going to take this wire and these 2 wires, run them both up. Everything gets run up. Make sure you clip everything in nicely when you get your kit. So when they come up here, you know, everything's going to get connected. Actually, let me show you this side. It's kind of separated a little bit. Give you a better view. Wires coming up. This is your ballast, which I used heavy-duty Velcro to actually attach it to the frame. It's actually pretty good. It's been in some pretty intense heat and off-roading and jumping around, and never came off. So very good stuff. All the wires I ended up grounding over here. The actual frame. I believe there's an actual hole here that you can just put this self-tapping screw in. So these here are for your halos. These wires coming up here are for your hides. Remember, they're each from one side. One ballast is actually stuck behind there, and the other one actually sticks right here. And then the wires get connected. you're going to get too long. You're going to get one strand that actually runs over to the right side, and then the original strand is going to come up here, and it's going to have a connection like this with your relay, your fusible link. This is your one connector. All this gets cut out. You don't need it. Auxiliary switches come built in with a relay. So you're actually going to snip the two white wires off of this and discard it. And then, let's see here. I ran a power wire all the way across and down, which actually gets soldered in here for your hides. You're going to have a black wire, which I actually made up, soldered it, and then stuck one of these on there, soldered it on the end, and did all the shrink tube. And so you ground your halos here. Your power wire is going to run all the way up, and then all these connectors come from all the way across to this side. So your power runs and gets connected with the same thing on the opposite side. You're going to have to do, soldering in the wires for your ballast and grounding it to the frame. There's another hole that was here, and I just used a self-tapping screw and placed it in there. So both ballast wires get soldered together, and they run obviously to whatever color that you have indicated for auxiliary 3, whether it be green, red, or purple. I don't remember. You'll have to refer to my pass-through wires video. And then you have the whites. There's two whites on this side, which one white is obviously, say for example, this is your outside projector lights. You take one of the whites, from this side, the outside, and the outside from the other side, and attach them both together, and solder your red wire, your power, and run that also all the way across, and vice versa with the inside projector lights, which I believe are down here. All that's going to have to be attached together, if that's how you want to set them up. That's how I set them up. Both outsides get connected to auxiliary 1, insides to auxiliary 2, halos to 3, or you can just have the whole thing come on at once, whatever you'd like to do. And that's about it. Ballast all connected with heavy duty Velcro. Pretty good. They've been on for quite some time now, and nothing's come loose. Hopefully this helps you out with hooking up your lights.